Hello dear students. So in the previous class we were discussing about the ceramic materials. So let us see the ceramic insulators. So the use of ceramic materials as insulators is based on some of the properties of the ceramic materials. So these properties which makes the ceramics can be used as the insulators. So first let us see the first property of the ceramic material which makes them to use as the ceramic insulators. So the ceramic materials are hard and rigid. So therefore these ceramic materials will provide good mechanical strength, and also the ceramic materials are thermally stable, so that can withstand high temperatures. So they are chemically inert, so they do not react with the chemicals, so they are chemically inert. And one more property is that the ceramic materials prevent the transfer of heat. So the next one is the ceramic materials also prevents the conduction of electricity. So because of these properties, the ceramic materials can be used as the insulators. So next let us move on to the uses of the ceramic materials. So the uses of ceramic materials. So different varieties of porcelain are used as the insulators. So for example, see here, the ceramic material, that is the porcelain which is fired at 1300 degrees Celsius, can be used in the high voltage insulations. And the next one, so that is the hard porcelain. So this hard porcelain contains less feldspar. So this hard porcelain is fired at 1350 degree Celsius. So this hard porcelain can be used in the manufacturing of the spark plugs and the insulators for the furnaces and also heaters. So the next variety of the ceramic material is the porcelain materials which are fired at a low temperature. So the porcelain which are fired at a low temperature can be used in the preparation of the switch bases and house wiring insulation, and also for the lamp sockets. So next, let us move on to the one more industrially important compound, so that is glass. So glass is nothing but it's an amorphous substance. So any substance which is solidified from liquid state without undergoing crystallization. So directly the substance gets solidified from the liquid state, so without undergoing crystallization. So such substance is called as the glass. So glass is nothing but it is the substance, it's an amorphous substance which is solidified from the liquid state without undergoing crystallization. So that substance is referred as the glass. So next, coming to the properties of the glass. So glass is an amorphous, it's an amorphous substance. It is a transparent solid and it is insoluble in water. So the glass is very hard. So the hardness of the glass depends on the composition. So that means the composition of the raw materials which are used in the manufacturing of glass. So depending upon the composition of the glass, so the glass will have different hardnesses. So therefore the glass is very hard, but the hardness of the glass depends upon the composition of the glass. So as you know, so the glass is a amorphous substance, so therefore the glass do not possess definite melting point, so it melts in a range of temperature. So when a glass is heated, okay, so first it softens gradually. Okay, suddenly it doesn't melt into the liquid. So because of its amorphous nature, the glass suddenly, when it is heated, it doesn't directly convert into the liquid, but on heating the glass softens gradually, so then it melts into a viscous liquid. Okay, so this is also one of the property of the glass. So glass is chemically inert. It is not attacked by the chemicals. So because it is chemically inert. So glass is a bad conductor of electricity. So it does not conduct electricity. Therefore, it is a bad conductor of electricity. So next we shall see some of the disadvantageous properties of glass. So some of the disadvantageous properties of glass, let us see. So under that, the first one is the glass is highly sensitive. Okay, so the glass is highly sensitive to the thermal shock. So the glass will crack either when it is heated suddenly, or when the heated glass is suddenly quenched into water. So then the glass will going to crack. So that means the glass is highly sensitive to the thermal shock. So the glass should not be heated suddenly, or the heated glass should not be quenched into water or oil. So that makes the glass to undergo cracking. So glass is highly sensitive to the thermal shock. So next property, disadvantageous property is the glass is very brittle. So glass is very brittle. When it breaks in the irregular fashion. So that means the glass pieces. So when the glass is broken, so the glass pieces do not have uniform shape. So they will break, the glass will break in the irregular fashion. So the next disadvantageous property is that, so over a lapse of time, over a lapse of years, gradually the glass will lose its transparency and it becomes opaque. So due to the crystallization of the silicate components present in the glass will lose its transparency over years and becomes opaque. So this tendency of the glass is called as the devitrification. So it is called as the devitrification. So devitrification is nothing but the tendency to lose the transparency and become opaque after lapse of years due to the crystallization of the silicate components present in the glass. So that is called as devitrification. So next let us see some of the types of glasses. So under that, the first one is the soda glass. So it is also called as the soft glass. Its composition is Na2OCaO6SiO2. So the raw materials which are used in the manufacturing of soda glass. So here you can see the soda ash, that is sodium carbonate, silica, SiO2, and the limestone. So these are the raw materials which are used in the manufacturing of soda glass. So let us coming to the properties of this soda glass. So the soda glass is easily fusible. So when compared to other types of glasses, so the soda glass has a low melting point, so that means it easily fusible. So the soda glass, it has the resistant to the devitrification, so that means after some lapse of years, so the soda glass does not lose its transparency, it will not going to lose its transparency. So therefore the soda glass is resistant to devitrification. So if you look at the uses of this soda glass, so all types of containers, so all types of containers are made by using the soda glass. So the window panes are also made up of soda glass, and the bottles, the glass bottles which we use are generally, so they are made up of soft glass. So next we shall discuss about one more type of glass, so that is potash glass. So the potash glass is also called as the hard glass. So its composition is K2O CaO 6SiO2. So the raw materials which are used in the manufacturing of this potash glass are potassium carbonate, silica, and limestone. So if you look at the properties of this potash glass, so the potash glass, as we know, it is also called as the hard glass. So because this potash glass has a high melting point. So when compared to the soda glass, so the potash glass has a high melting point, and also it is resistant to the attack of the chemicals. So therefore, if you look at the uses of this potash glass, so because of its resistance nature to the attack of chemicals, so the potash glass is used in the manufacturing of the chemical apparatus, and also the combustion tube. Because of the high melting point, so the potash glass is used in the preparation of or making of the combustion tube. So next we shall move on to one more type of glass, so that is flint glass. So the flint glass is also called as the lead glass. So its composition is K2O PbO 6SiO2. The raw materials, so which are used in the manufacturing of flint glass, are the red lead Pb3O4 and small amounts of potassium carbonate and silica. So if you look at the properties of the flint glass, so flint glass has a high softening point. So it has a high refractive index, high dispersion, and also high electrical resistance. So it possesses high homogeneity when compared to other type of glasses, that is potash glass and soda glass. So the flint glass will possess high homogeneity, and also it does not undergo devitrification, it will not lose its transparency, and also the flint glass will cut off the harmful UV radiations. Okay, so because of its high dispersion power and high refractive index and also high homogeneity, so generally, so this type of glass, that is flint glass, is used in the preparation of, that is making of lenses, optical instruments, spectacles, prisms, neo signing tubing, that is advertising hoardings, and also in the manufacturing of the cathode ray tubes which are used in the televisions.